Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. Some really cool stuff. I think you gotta check this out. It's pretty amazing stuff I found pretty recently. You know, again, it's been kind of dry, but I've been going in every single day, and when you do that, you end up finding stuff. So this is what I found recently. This is kind of cool, although normally I wouldn't pick up third-party controllers. This one was way too cool to leave behind. They wanted $8 for it, which wasn't too bad, but you know, I was able to collect like some points to go toward other purchases in the future, so it wasn't too bad. But $8 for this is pretty cool. It's a hip gear controller, but has a screen attached to it, so you can plug this into your console, GameCube console, and then I think this is for power, to power the screen, and then this one obviously goes into like the controller port, so you can have your system there and you can actually play it on the screen. Now the screen itself is a little wobbly and it's supposed to lock in place, but it has a tendency to like not be able to do that, so something, maybe one of the gears in there is stripped a little bit or something. I'm not totally certain about that, so I don't even have a way really to test this because I don't even know what the polarity of this, or not polarity, but voltage and all that kind of thing, and amps go into this. But still cool nonetheless, and I couldn't leave that behind. I'll probably when I see, if I see if I see Shane from Re-Res, you know, they're at the upcoming Tri-City, is it Tri-City Swap? I think that's what it's called, in Waterloo. This is the one that I'm going to bring along. I'll probably end up giving that to him because he really likes these quirky things, and he might find that interesting or something he can make a video with. But really cool, I think, right there to find for $8 in the store there. Next thing here was on a different day, but same store, and I found a Sinclair ZX81. Alright, this was $6, and it had like a power supply with it. It has it had a AV hookup, which is like the old school kind of RF type of hookup that goes with it, something you would find with like an Atari 2600, and this really like is from that generation in time. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's like a little computer. Look how tiny it is. I found that pretty amazing for, you know, the time period that it's from. Usually things from that era were quite big, but this thing is literally like an antiquated computer. It displays things in black and white only, and it has no audio, so if you're playing a game on it, I saw some like video footage kind of on YouTube I was checking out about it, and you know, if you're a character in a game kind of thing on this system, what it is like you're represented by like the letter A with like a box around it. That's how antiquated this thing is. Predates, you know, like Commodore 64 and VIC-20s and all that kind of thing. On the back of it though, it does have a 16K memory expansion pack, which I guess is like pretty desirable to expand the memory, and that just like rips off right there, and someone's ingeniously put a piece of Velcro to keep it on, because this thing notoriously like wobbles around and disrupts your sort of experience with it, so they did that just to keep it like in place. So really cool right there. I sent a message to the 8-bit guy, I think his name is, on YouTube. I don't know if you know his channel, but and offered this to him, but I haven't heard back from him yet in regards to it, because I think this would be something really cool that he would feature on his channel. Not really something I'm gonna hold on to or get any use out of, but for $6, couldn't leave it behind. Pretty neat. Moving on from there, I got a few different games here. I was able to get like a little bundle with these, because when you buy, like usual, I tell you guys this, but when you buy 4 games rather, you get the 5th one free. So the free one that I got in this stack was Rayman Raven Rabbids TV Party, so I just grabbed that one for free, just because I had to grab something. So that's pretty cool. And actually I checked out some information about this one because I never actually checked this out before. It uses the balance board, and it's like basically like a series of mini games, and they seem like they're pretty fun. So I think it'd be like a pretty fun party game if you got some people together for it. It's a cheapo title, but it might be something that, you know, you'd be interested in. You could check it out. So pretty cool right there, and that's complete. And then I also picked up a copy of Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I'm really happy that I did, because I didn't really realize this, but my copy didn't have a manual in it, and this one does, so this one's nice and complete. So that's pretty sweet right there, and that was $5. Then I also picked up a copy of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for the original Xbox, so that's pretty cool to be able to, you know, get another copy of that. Those usually sell pretty decently, and people are always on the lookout for the Knights of the Old Republic game, like highly revered kind of game for the original Xbox, if you're not aware of that. So really cool right there. Greatest hits version, or platinum hits, or whatever you like to call it, but still, that's kind of neat. And then I also picked up a copy of Playboy the Mansion, which is basically like The Sims, only it's like themed with like Hugh Hefner kind of stuff. So kind of neat. Don't really know if I'll play it, but it's kind of a quirky thing to add into the collection. And then the next one here is Mario Party 8. So really cool. I already have this one in my collection, but again, this one's like super complete. It even has the Nintendo Club Points card from back in the day, so kind of cool right there. So pretty good score right there, and to be able to, you know, basically get one game free out of that stack of 5 is pretty nice. And then this is kind of neat. I had a game that I had loose, which I had for a long time when I originally had my original PlayStation, like way back in the day, and I played this game on PC before, you know, I actually got it on the PlayStation. Now I think the controls on the PlayStation might be a little bit rough around the edges, but still cool nonetheless. I had the loose disc for this, and then I was going through my place and sifting things and sorting things out, and I actually found this in the CD case for it in a stack of CDs, so that was kind of cool. And that's Crusader No Remorse, so now it's nice and complete. I had that disc sort of sitting in my loose disc kind of thing, so really cool to be able to complete that, and I can put that with my collection over there, so that's really nice. And then the next score, this was awesome. Normally, you know, if you're going into these thrift shops kind of thing, I highly recommend checking out the CD section, because you never know what you're gonna find, and this is what I found. A really nice stack of soundtracks for video games, so there's some pretty cool stuff in here, and like probably more valuable than a lot of the video games in my collection, some of these discs, so kind of interesting. But the first one here, not worth as much, but still, I think when I checked it out, something like, it was like $25 kind of thing, is this Dance Dance Revolution Universe limited edition music sampler. So pretty cool right there. And then also got a copy of, let's see here, this is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess official soundtrack from Nintendo Power, so that's pretty cool. And then this is Tales of Xillia music CD, and it says limited edition on it, but yeah, this one's never been opened, it looks like to me, so that's pretty cool. And then it starts getting interesting, a little more retro-y here, is Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble original soundtrack. It's a lot to say there. Banjo-Kazooie is the next one. So that's pretty cool, and these are all like in super mint shape, which is really nice. But yeah, keep going here. Next one here is Yoshi's Story, the game soundtrack, music to pound the ground to. So that's the music from Yoshi's Story. Really nice though to get these like isolated soundtracks. If you're doing, you know, if I were to do like a review or something, I could, you know, use the soundtracks basically, rather than having like video game noise in it. You could actually hear the music, so that'd be kind of cool. And then The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, really cool soundtrack right there. And also Diddy Kong Racing soundtrack CD, so really sweet. And then finally the Nintendo 64 Trilogy, which this actually has 3 discs in it. Open this up here. I mean, I've never seen this thing before in my life, but it has, just trying to be careful they don't slide out here, it has Mario Kart 64, and then it has Star Fox 64 and Super Mario 64, so really cool right there. Pretty awesome to be able to find that. And all of those, I'm trying to remember what they were, I think they were like $3 each, so pretty killer deal right there. I know a couple of these go for like 150 bucks each, maybe like $100 each. I don't know what I was looking at, but I was checking it out on eBay, and I was looking at sold listings, and some of those were pretty highly priced. And it's not just that though. I mean, obviously I'm not going to sell those, I'm going to keep those for my collection, but those are super unique kind of things that you don't really see a whole lot of out there, and really nice score right there. So that's everything I have for you this time around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.